So I guess we're going to Koopa Tower?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm assuming that Van can catch up if he wants, but...
Here you go. This is what the dossier says.
Okay.
You have to kill a res cow. Oh no.
The leader of the League of Janitors.
Van is the leader of the League of Janitors.
The leader of the League of Janitors is Res Cow, Caesar, Hannah, Barnaboo.
With our powers combined, we form.
But not Jakey Boy. Barnaboo Boy.
Wait, I'm trying to remember who the leader of the League of Janitors was way back at the beginning when we got recruited.
Well, there's different chapters.
Oh, true. So it's like specifically the central castle.
Yeah, this is like the center of the organization.
Okay. Yeah, I guess 3-2 is kind of a... No, 2-3 is kind of a podunk town.
Yeah. So you had a chapter, it's just, you're not literally going up against, like... It's like this is like the president versus, like, a governor.
Yeah.
Okay, after I've read that, I'll head back out.
You see no one's
there.
You know where we're going.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Yeah, I just go to the tower.
Okay, so you guys are all headed to the tower. And when you're a couple miles away at like a docking area for airships. And yeah, you're going on the road. And in the distance you see a large tower. Many, many stories tall. Someone could roll me an intelligence, knowledge, mathematics check to see how many floors it is, if you like.
I'll roll intelligence knowledge.
Me too.
I might as well, just in case.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
14.
Yeah.
6.
4. Wait, hang on, I can re-roll the skill, can't I?
Yes, you can always reroll your skills.
Oh wait, no, it's unless it lands on a 1. And it did, so
Unless
4.
it lands on a 1.
Yeah, which it did, so 4.
I've been forgetting about that.
Yeah, you can't do it if it lands on a 1, though.
I mean,
So
I'm
all
in a
crit fails are
box,
still crit
so I don't think I can actually see anything.
You can see the wood.
Oh boy.
Alright, so yeah.
I rolled a 9.
You got a 14 though, right, Van?
Yeah.
On the tower, you think that there's at least there's about 40 floors to the tower. And despite this thing being quite makeshift, it's seemingly quite, like, well made. Although, you also see the Mushroom Palace in the distance. The tower is sort of on the way to the palace. And as you approach Koopa Tower, you see long lines going in for immigration. Sort of thing. And you...
Are the lines look specifically for immigration and there's other entrances for other reasons?
Roll me an alertness perception.
10?
Alright, anyone else?
Yeah, I might as well.
I might as well.
11.
5.
Alright. Well, anyone who got above a 7, can see that, yeah, there's several entrances to the tower. There's one that's marked immigration, and there's one that's marked, merchant entrance, and there's another that's marked, military personnel only. And there's another that's labeled, VIP members, VIP citizenry only.
Well, I guess we're definitely that.
What do our tickets say again? Our pass cards.
Citizen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, mine and Van says citizen, yours and Sharon's say...
Slave.
Slave.
Yes.
So there's not like a generic, like...
No, it's just like an airport.
Already a citizen
Have you ever done international travel? You gotta go through immigration to get back into the country, even if you're a citizen.
Yeah, okay. Alright, how long are these lines? Do they look like they'd be like hours, or just like...
Yes. So Van has plenty of time to catch up.
Yeah.
But he's gonna be behind you in the line, if you go in the line.
Or we could try one of the other entrances.
The other entrances are
entrance?
generally, the merchant entrance has a line, but it's much, much, much shorter. The VIP person line has no line, and the military personnel only line has no line.
Do you reckon we could blag that we're VIPs?
No, I feel like they probably have a list for that.
What
But
about
we
military
could totally pass
personnel?
ourselves off as merchants. We're just gonna sell this box of heavy air.
I'm totally gonna go to the VIP entrance.
I mean, Jakey Boy might be able to get you, maybe?
Oh, true. Because Jakey Boy is a genuine friend of Chemix at this point.
I mean, I know I'm big with Morton Jr., but I'm in a box.
You're in a weird ontological state.
I'm Schrodinger's Reznor right now.
It's true.
Right, so I reckon we try for the merchant entrance.
Yeah. We can do that. Nothing can go wrong.
And since there is a line there, Van will probably catch us up.
Yeah, he can take a shot at the VIP and then rejoin us here if that fails.
If he's trying for the VIP, I'm going to watch.
Yeah.
Because I want to see how that goes
So
down.
who is standing in line?
I think Barnaboo and I are standing in line with the box and the Mecha Koopas, and then Van's
Mm-hmm.
trying to...
Okay. and
we're standing in the merchant line, specifically.
Barnaboo is standing in line, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not, like, walking over to watch.
No, I'm gonna just watch from a distance.
Okay. So, yeah, so you walk up to the VIP, and you see two big, heavy troopers standing guard. And they say, "Who are you, kid?"
I simply present my pass and say, I'm expected.
Roll a charisma influence deception check.
Let's see.
I mean, acting like you belong there is...
18.
18?
Oh, man.
That's my max.
Holy shit, okay.
Whoa.
Let me take a look real quick.
Please tell me you need a 19 to get through there.
I hope not.
You use a plot point.
That's true.
Wouldn't I need to use it before, or...
No, you can use one after.
No.
Yeah.
You can use one after. It gets you 1 point additional if you use it after. If you use it before, it adds a third die.
Ah.
Or fourth, I guess, in some situations. The minimum roll on that die being the amount of points you spend. And as it turns out, this would be a heroic check, meaning you would need a 19 minimum.
Wow. So if I spend a plot point, I get it?
Yes?
I'll do that.
Wow.
Amazing.
Alright. So you spend a plot point. He says, "This lists you as a citizen, though."
Oh yeah, probably just a mix-up. You know what the grunts are like.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "My father's a grunt." No. He kind of looks at you, he gives you a stink eye, and he's like, "I suppose. Do you have anyone who can vouch for you?"
Kamek, I suppose, but good luck getting a hold of him. He's a very busy man.
Alright. Doesn't look like you have much on you. I suppose it's fine. Go on through.
Thanks very much.
And he opens the door. And you see this happen.
Alright.
Right.
Meanwhile,
I'm
you guys are in the
really
merchant
tempted
line.
to use my overconfident complication.
Yeah, same. I was thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking, Caesar sees that and thinks if Van can do it, so can we.
Oh god.
Yep. Well, I do have 8 on the overcomplicated, overconfident.
Oh wow.
complication, So.
Yeah, I only have 4 on overconfident, but
Yeah.
still.
So
I
you
feel
guys...
like I
Yeah, let's do this.
let's do it. We're gonna do it.
We direct the Mega Koopas this way. Yeah, I mean, Van can do this. Like,
Can't be that hard.
Yeah, we totally can.
yeah.
Alright. Van, what are you doing once you're inside? You've entered into sort of a back entrance sort of way with a set of stairs in front of you and a door that says entrance to floor 0. And stairs going up and down.
Is there like any thing on the wall saying what each floor has in terms of department?
No.
Okay, I'll just head
I
up
should also
then.
say this place is huge. It's very wide. So, like, there's each floor is not a small area. It's like an enormous sort of thing. Alright, so you're going up?
Yeah.
Okay. How far are you going up?
I will go from floor to floor until I find something that looks vaguely, lab-like.
Lab-like? Well, all the doors kind of look the same. As you keep going.
Like, are there, like, signs or whatever?
There's signs that label the floor number.
Oh, that's helpful.
So there's not...
This is like a city. So,
Yeah.
like, there's not a single function for each floor.
No, but, like, sometimes, like, buildings will have, like, a thing where it says, like, floor 1, lab, pizzeria, banana.
So each floor kind
like
of... You guys don't know this yet, so I guess I won't tell you, since you don't know. But yeah, there's no such signs.
Alright.
Okay, well, I will just aimlessly wander around until I find something then.
Okay. Meanwhile, you guys are approaching.
Yeah, so it's all of us, like with Jakey Boy and Hannah and everyone. So I tell them at the door, we're on here for... Jakey Boy and I are on here on experimental business from Kamek. Here are our slaves, here's our experiment. You can call them if you want.
Go ahead and roll me a charisma influence deception check.
Crit fail.
Can I bolster that?
You can assist if you would like. So go ahead and before Caesar rolls, you roll that.
What do I roll again?
Charisma influence deception.
Cool. Where's my D10? There it is. That one. I got a 9.
So you don't hurt. Go ahead, Caesar.
Okay, that's a 12.
Do you have 7 plot points?
Nope.
I have 6.
But it's my role, I don't think
none
you can
of you
use
have
them.
leadership. Only people with leadership can do that.
Dang.
Yeah, if I'd used both my plot points ahead of time and rolled perfectly on all 3 of my dice, then I could have made it. But
he looks at you and he says, "Kid, step aside. I don't know what's in there, but you're in the wrong line. You need to go into the immigration line."
Do you want to call Kamek?
No, and I also don't want to let you in.
Oh, he's not going to be happy about this.
I imagine not. I'm going to be super sad to hear that. I bet I'm probably going to die.
It's a distinct possibility.
Yeah, but I gotta do my job. I might get fired, and that's even worse.
Well, I'm sure whichever is the worst situation for you will be the one that happens when you find out that Kamek's time-sensitive experiment was delayed unnecessarily.
Yeah, probably not. Kamek's a pretty chill dude. He's big on, letting things slide. I met him. I'm good friends with him. We go bowling.
Wow.
You let the other guy in our group in just ahead of us.
Yes.
Oh, that was the wrong thing.
Did he have something that we didn't?
He says what?
Yeah. That guy ahead of us, Van, he's part of the same mission as we. Kamek sent us all together.
That guy had qualifications. You don't. I don't know how you know his name.
Because we're part of the
but
same
now you're
group.
starting... Or because
much
you were
should be
spying
obvious.
on him. Now I'm starting to get suspicious.
Well, ask
I'm going
him
to call
if
the
you
cops on you.
I don't think that would be a sensible idea for you.
What qualifications did Van have that we didn't? He is literally the same as us.
He's clearly of a different stock than you.
Are you going to
I
take
find
that,
that hard to believe.
Mr. Gentleman?
See, I have connections.
Look.
I pronounce the capital C.
Look, people like you clearly aren't VIPs. Go into this is your last chance. You go into the other lines, or I'm calling the cops on you right now. And you're going to spend the rest of your life...
I wonder if I could utilize an asset here.
All
What if I could utilize the reputation asset somehow?
He's giving us more chances than I thought he would to back down, and so yeah, I think I'll leave without even my plot point. So yeah.
If
But I only have overconfident 4. If you want to keep going with your overconfident 8 and your
Like,
slave level passport,
yeah, you see, I think overconfidence 8 doesn't add up to that. So yeah, I'm. If you're backing off, then I will as well. But we'll head to the merchant. I'm going to head to the merchant's thing again, not the immigration one.
same. Even though they'll probably check our...
Alright, you rejoin the line. And meanwhile, at Van, you're still wandering, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to pop into chat 2 and handle your thing?
Well, I'm not looking for anything specific unless I've, like, arrived somewhere.
No.
Are you mostly trying to kill time until we get
Okay.
there, or...
Yeah, I'm.
But if you do find something, sounds like she's hinting that you might have stumbled across something.
I am specifically looking for my shy guy friend, and for people with a certain tattoo.
Well, you certainly don't see any of them in the stairwells. Alright, so you guys wait through the merchant line and you eventually get to the end of it. And the guy says, passes,
We show him.
Show the pass.
declaration of cargo.
An experimental device for Kamek.
Sounds good.
He looks at your passes and he says, none of you have merchant passes. You're in the
Probably
wrong line.
It's probably some sort of
Immigration's the
mix-up.
line you want.
If you want to ask Kamek about it, there's probably been some sort of mix-up. I'm sure we can sort this out.
Well, if Kamek gets you a better merchant pass, then I'm sure I'll let you through.
He's a very busy man. Do you want to call him over here for that?
Using my own lines.
He kind of looks at you and he says, what's in the box?
It's an experimental top secret device for Kamek.
Open it up. Why are you you're trying to sell these experimental devices?
No, we're delivering them.
Then you're in the wrong line. Go to immigrations.
Surely delivering in exchange for money counts as merchandise.
Do you have a merchandise passport, sir?
I told you there was some kind of a mix-up. If you want to call Kamek over here and get that sorted out,
would you like
be
to
my
speak to my
guest.
manager?
But I wouldn't be the one to
I
disturb
want to
him.
speak to my manager.
Yes.
Okay.
How much does a merchandise passport cost?
Once you're in the tower, you can go to the registration office. This is the place where you register new slaves.
You
This
see,
is the place
unfortunately,
where
this
you
is a very
register
time-sensitive
driver's licenses
experiment.
if you own a car, this sort of thing. You go to registration, records and registration, and then you apply for a merchant pass. You show your credentials and you say what you're going to sell.
And if you want to be the one, to explain to Kamek why his experiment was delivered late and in poor condition, being a time-sensitive one, be my guest.
Go ahead and roll charisma, influence, deception.
This time I'll roll a help for his.
Cool.
Okay.
3.
You're
Nice.
going to do your check at -1 die step.
Oh, me. Right. Is that -1 on both or just on the skill?
On your skill. Buffs and things only ever affect your skill.
See, Caesar's idea of helping is just rocking the crate.
9.
Great. It's a box.
9.
Yeah, 9.
He says, okay, I'll get my manager. And sometime later. You're waiting about 10 or 15 minutes.
How clear is the path forward
Off to
here
the
while we're
side.
waiting by, like, the window?
If we're waiting for the guy to come back with his manager, how much could we just literally just?
Is
walk
there, like,
through?
a locked, like, sturdy gate there, or is it just, like, a turnstile we could jump, or...
It's a turnstile, where it's one of those, like, here.
Just like a little arm that comes
No.
down?
One of those rotating ones? I'm
Oh,
guessing.
yeah, with, like,
yeah,
the
it's one of those
interlocking.
things.
Yeah, they're still very easy to jump, those.
But it's,
Yeah,
it's
but
no,
there's
it's a
Cal's
tall
box.
one.
Like, yeah,
Oh,
Like,
it's
have
a
you
tall
been
one.
to immigrations
Yeah,
or
one-
customs? In any airport?
Not recently. But yeah, no, I know the ones you mean.
I guess they'll just abandon me here.
This is the end of Rescow's journey.
Well, we'll see what happens when people find a box.
So there's no way we can get through without the guy letting
yeah,
us
that's
through.
not a thing we can climb,
But-
or...
Oh, like, how does the guy let us through? Does he have like a button or something
Yeah.
that he
I
presses?
imagine, yeah.
So could we just go through and press the button? Or does he press it from the other
Reach
side?
through his window?
Yeah.
I mean, you could
press the
try if
button.
you really wanted to die.
Why would we die from pressing a button?
No, break. I think we'd have to like break the glass to reach into his room to press the button.
I'm a ghost, right? Yeah. I mean, if we have to break the glass to do it, then obviously that's not an option. But if we could literally just like reach through and press the button, then yeah.
And then Rescal's box rots away.
I mean, if we're pressing the button, then we could literally just like walk through with Rescal.
And no guards would stop you as you slowly carry a box because they're polite.
As we very quickly carry a box.
Yeah,
Oh, do you have the strength for that?
looking like we know where we're going and that we are where we're supposed to. I mean, we were just let through the immigration thing. I mean, why would they stop us?
No, I'm not. I'm
What?
not saying this is a good idea. I'm saying it's a thing.
You're off to the side. You're literally standing off to the side of the line. You haven't been let through.
Yeah, I know. This is why I'm saying if we just pressed the button and walked through, at the other side, it would look like we'd just been let through.
The person is still doing their job at the gate, though. They would clearly see you do this.
Oh,
You're just standing off to the side as they process other people.
You just said they went to get their manager.
They called for their manager. One can say,
Oh, right,
"Hey,
okay.
manager,
Fair
come
enough.
over here."
Fair enough. Misunderstanding.
Like
then.
leaving, people don't generally leave immigrations and customs like lines just
Yeah, that's
unattended.
why I was
Unattended.
kind of confused as to why this security was terrible.
Like if you really
Okay,
want to
makes more
reach through the
sense.
window and press the button,
No, I'm not going to do it if he's sitting there. I'm not going to
Okay.
do that. I mean, Rescal could.
Oh God.
I could.
But no, I think we've got a better chance of bluffing our way through with the manager.
I'm honestly expecting this to fail, but we just got to try.
I mean, we may as well try.
I'm so sad Van isn't seeing this.
Alright. So I guess we're just going to wait for the manager then.
Alright, so eventually the manager shows up. And she sits down and says, "Do you have any documentation that shows that you were formerly a merchant or anything like that?"
We were given passes by Kamek. Obviously, there was some sort of a mix-up, and we've already been kept waiting for far longer than we really need to be for this very, very time-critical experiment of his.
What exactly is the experiment?
There's an invisible creature in here that is not have a very long lifespan that he needs to run on some tests on in the tower.
Go ahead and roll a charisma influence deception.
I'm gonna bolster. So, hang on, what's the roll again?
Charisma influence.
Yep, deception.
Deception.
Charisma influence. Cool.
I can
And I have
hear pretty well
persuasion,
through the crate, right?
Yeah, you can hear.
Okay.
Okay, I rolled a 9.
So that's neutral, I think.
Yeah, it's neutral.
This time I got a 10.
I'm gonna help out by shaking the box and roaring.
Oh God.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and roll me a charisma performance check.
Oh,
man.
God. This is only gonna get worse.
Oh shit, I don't have performance, alright?
Oh no.
I rolled a perfect 10 though.
You want to spend a plot point?
Yes.
Alright, you spend a plot point. So have you rolled already, Caesar?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I rolled a 10.
You want to spend a plot point as well?
Sure. Apparently I have 2 of them left over from when I played before. So I'm going to spend 1.
Well, after every session, you get one back.
Oh, okay. So then I have 3, and I'm spending 1 to get...
So she kind of looks at you and she says, Kamek should have given you better passes than this. Look,
He's...
if it'll get you out of my hair, I'll let you through.
Alright, we'll
Thank you.
bring it up to him next time.
Yes. Apologies for the inconvenience.
But next time, in future, you need to go through immigrations and custom enforcement if you have a level 2 passport.
Apologies for the inconvenience. We'll make sure that the documentation is correct next time.
Fine, and she waves you through.
Woo. I can't believe that worked.
And you enter.
Neither can I.
And you enter into a large marketplace area, where you see people shifting through immigration as well. And you can see a bunch of houses and other things, like little townhouse sort of things. It's like an apartment rooms. Like, this is a formal, like, place where people live. It's like a city, but vertical.
Okay. Are there any signs anywhere?
No, but you see a computer monitor on the screen, and on the monitor is Bowser. And he's saying to people, "Welcome to Koopa Tower. You have chosen or been chosen."
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes, he gives that speech.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, so we need to find this monolith.
What do you all keep calling it a monolith?
I don't know, whatever. I've never seen one. I have no idea what it is. Apparently there's a book somewhere in here. For my own reasons, I'd very, very much like to find it before Van does.
Don't you dare.
So I guess we'd best start looking for this.
Yeah, is
Honestly,
there any official around who looks like the sort of person you would ask for directions?
Ask what?
Actually, no,
There's
screw
like
that.
cops around and stuff.
I'm-
This is like a city, so there's like a
Never mind.
marketplace, there's residential areas, there's a records and registration office.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know the goal here, so I actually just let Barnaboo lead the way, I guess. Barnaboo and Jakey Boy, who's still comatose.
Alright, so we need to find out where Kamek may have stored this book.
What book?
The book that supposedly belongs to Van, but
Oh, right.
I want to get hold of before he does. Mainly, not because I have any particular use for it, but mainly so I can piss him off.
Oh, this is the book that Rezkow was saying is used to destroy angels?
Yes, Rezkel, I believe, made some sort of agreement at some point, saying that if he didn't see the book, then and didn't know that we'd got it, then he wouldn't destroy it or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Father McFlibbity pipes up, and he also has a slave pass, obviously.
Wait, he's with us?
Wait, what?
Why wouldn't he be?
Because
Oh yeah, I forgot he was around.
I
Well, what would you have done with him?
left him in Jakey Boy's
Left him
bathtub.
on the airship.
You can't do that.
Oh
I assume
no.
Rezkow would have never let that happen.
Yeah,
Is it okay if we left him in
No.
a tub outside the city?
Well, look, once we're outside, you can ask what he wants to do. Like,
And he says, "I want to make sure that the obelisks are destroyed."
Alright, so he's coming with us. He's part of the
Except
quiet
for we would rather
team.
repair the obelisks if we can. I
No.
say outside of McFlibbity's earshot.
I mean, like,
Yes,
we're seeing if it's a possibility.
Yeah, I am worried that destroying the obelisks, like, we know that having 2 obelisks destroyed has caused problems.
Like an
There's-
imbalance or something.
Yeah, theoretically, destroying all of them or fixing all of them will solve the problem. I'm not entirely convinced that the problems aren't just being caused because there aren't enough obelisks.
Or, 4 destructive powers in perfect balance are still 4 destructive powers.
Yeah, or something like that. Like, things were fine when the obelisks were there. We know that case is okay. So if we can get the obelisks back, we know that state is fine, so let's go with that.
Do the
If we
obelisks
can.
we've destroyed so far correspond to 2 particular entities, or...
Well, you've only destroyed one.
Okay.
But there are 2 obelisks that have been destroyed.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I've just heard that 2 obelisks have been destroyed. I wasn't there for either of them.
Like, the one that you guys destroyed at an ASMT, that one, apparently an angel came out of it, but the Stone Mine people were trying to unlock it.
Not a clue.
It's complicated.
Like, I don't know, maybe my sister would have told me something about this, maybe not.
Oh, well, the whole point of getting Rezkow into the room with King Charles was so that the obelisk could be destroyed. This is something your sister distinctly wanted.
Yeah, I know she wanted to destroy it. Does that mean it unleashed Stone Mind and the Angels, or just the Angels?
No, just the Angels.
Just the Angels.
Yep.
The Angels turned out to be some sort of demonic entity that were feeding on life or something like that.
No.
And
So-
not... Oh yeah, not Mushroom Jesus Angels.
No, Father
Yeah,
McLean.
so-
No, they were angels. They were pure and kind.
Okay.
You see, I'm not really willing to trust Father McFlivity on this
No, I'm
either.
not.
So.
Either.
Basically, our issue is we don't have a lot of evidence to show that destroying the obelisks would be actually a good idea. And in any case, I'd like to see them fixed if we can. But more importantly, I want to get hold of that book.
Father McFlivity says, no, you must destroy the books. They're terrible.
The reason why
Okay,
I'm assuming we ditched...
I'm okay with that. I just want to make sure that Van doesn't get it. Let's put it that way.
Good, Van is a dangerous boy. He's going to cause the end of our world, I think.
I don't
feel
doubt
like we
it, but
should
let's
have
have a look.
found like a daycare for Father McFlivity before we start having these sensitive discussions.
Yeah, can we find somewhere to leave Father McFlivity?
What do you think, Rezkow? Do you want to leave him in a daycare? In a tower
Yeah.
you're going to
I'm
destroy?
mostly asking Rezkow what to do with his friend.
I mean, honestly,
we'll pick him up on the way back.
yeah, I would rather leave him somewhere safe outside of town.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, before we
can
even
make
went through
sure he's
customs.
safe. Pick him
Like-
up on the way back. We just want to make sure we're mobile, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
with all due
hide-
respect, Father, you're kind of past your prime a little bit.
He says, nonsense, my boy. Watch this. And he points at a rock in the distance and it kind of explodes.
How do you
Okay.
define kinda explodes?
You see a sort of white light encasing it, and then it kind of goes...
Guys, we got a magical fish gun.
Can we leave him in a tub of water hidden in the bushes somewhere outside the tower?
Look, just put him in the crate with me.
No,
Can he
I
fit?
I don't trust this guy.
I know, he's great.
We don't trust Father McFlivity. Who do you
No.
trust?
It's okay, there's enough room here.
I mean, it's slightly better than having him outside the crate.
Yeah, there really is no good place to leave him. But if we bring him with us, like, we don't want him around, like, in a fight, and we don't want him around if we ever just try to discuss anything that he wouldn't want.
No, I mean, look, you're talking to him was like some kind of weird idiot. Like, he can read the room. Like,
Well, I'm assuming I'm hoping we're having this discussion before we decide to bring him along.
this is happening in line, apparently.
This is a flashback.
Okay.
It's all sepia tone and stuff.
Yeah.
Father McFlivity says, don't worry, my boy. I've survived worse than King Koopa. Do you know they call him Bowser sometimes?
Yeah, that's his first
I think
name.
that's his first name.
Yep. That's all I remember
That would
from
be
school.
what people sometimes call people by their first name. People do that. Strange, I know.
Well, I call you by your first name, Barnaboo.
I thought his name was John.
Oh no, that's his last name.
Oh,
Like, that's why he wants everyone to call him Mr. John.
Barnaboo. Mr. John, have you ever heard of Mushroom Jesus?
Yes.
Wasn't Mr.
Oh,
Barnaby
you're Barnaboo!
Yeah, he was living in your basement.
I remember you. You're a kind man.
Can we leave Father McFlivity?
Where is your basement?
Can we leave Father McFlivity somewhere safe? I'm not sure he's completely recovered from the mind-eating powers of the fake angels.
Yeah, look, there's nothing safer than this crate right now.
No, I also want to leave him somewhere where we can discuss things without
No.
out of...
I'm trying to convince Rezkow at this point.
Oh, I see.
There will
We
be
don't
some.
need to leave me somewhere safe.
Look, there will
I
be
could
somewhere safer
destroy
once.
all of you if I wanted. I have immense power. Did I ever tell you about that?
No, you didn't.
Rezkow.
For once.
I'm not sure he's completely recovered from the mind-eating powers from the fake angels, and once we get into Koopa Tower, the crate is not going to be the safest place.
I I sincerely believe that his magic fish powers could be very useful. You saw what happened to that rock.
It's possible, but his mind isn't all there at the moment. I'm sure it'll return in time.
I mean, not gonna lie, that's very much how I've always met Potter McFlivities ever since I've known him.
Yeah, but you remember what you were like after the fake angels.
But I mean, he's gone. I don't understand we need all the help we can get.
Yeah, the problem is we don't need someone with immense power suddenly deciding not to help us.
But why?
Rescal, check your private messages.
Well, that's your icon. Kind of forgot how to look like. Oh, hey. I don't want to waste my one shot of phone power for today. So I just say out loud, yeah, exactly.
Good.
Right.
So, no, like, for real, like, look, we need someone...
Resco, are you on board with the idea of repairing the obelisks if it turns out that's possible?
I am on board with giving the idea a shot, but I'm ready to destroy it if we can't.
I don't think McFlivity would be okay with us trying that if it turns out okay to be.
Is McFlivity around?
I'm hoping no. I'm hoping we can have this discussion before we pick him up.
I mean, the reason why I want him around, and he just gave me a call about this, he's giving us an extra set of eyes to watch out for Van.
I mean, sure. But, we can... it's not that big of a deal unless we're all planning on splitting up, which I do not.
I mean, I know you just want to take his book to make fun of him or whatever. I'm still kind of serious about destroying it.
No. Like I'm fine with destroying it if that's what you want. I'm really just want to wave it. Like if we're gonna destroy it, I'm fine with that. Just let me wave it in front of Van's face while we do it.
Wow.
No. If I find it, it's ashes. Like instantly.
I'm sure. Which is why I want to find it first, wave it in front of Van's face, and then you can go to town on it, whatever you like.
I mean, that's beside the point. We need extra set of eyes and brain, and just like
I don't think we do.
And
I'm worried that Father McFlivity might actually make things more difficult for us.
I disagree.
Because I'm not sure that he's completely out of the fake angel influence.
I disagree. McFlivity is currently acting as I've always known him for many, many years.
That is accurate.
If he'd be acting any differently, I would say something.
Did he have a strong urge to destroy obelisks many years ago?
Well, I mean, he never spoke about obelisks, but anything that was satanic or whatever.
So is it possible that urge to destroy the obelisks is coming through the influence of the fake angels, considering one of them came out of an obelisk?
Pretty sure. I forget if the angels wanted to destroy the obelisk or not.
Well, considering that apparently they came out of one when it was destroyed, that seems likely that they might want to destroy more of them.
Or maybe they want only that one destroyed so that then, like, they have the imbalances in their favor.
Maybe. It's possible.
I mean, Barnaboo, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have, like, issues with what Potter McFlivity wants to do, this is a conversation you should have with him, not with me.
Like, if the fake angels are
It's not so much about whether I agree with him or not. It's mostly that if he's being influenced by the fake angels, then there is a chance he may just turn around and stab us in the back.
I'm pretty sure he's not. Like,
he does seem pretty much exactly the same he did when we met him.
That is true, and you've known him for longer than I have, Rescal.
Yeah.
Though I've known him for a little while.
Like when I was under the influence, like I was this weirdo sad sack. Like, he's not.
But he also still seems to be totally approving of what we now agree are fake angels.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's just because, like, I
that's
just
why
don't
I'm
think
worried.
no one really talked to him about it.
Well,
Okay.
how about we do this? Rezcow, do you want to? You know him really well. Do you want to talk to him about the fake angels? Because it's important that he knows about it. Because if he's continuing to do what they want him to, then that could be problematic for himself as well as everyone else.
Here's my problem. Have you ever tried to give that kind of talk to, like, basically your father?
That's
Like,
fair.
it's kind of a hard thing for me to approach. It's like telling your parent that they're wrong about something. Like, it's doable. Sometimes it has to be done. I don't
The thing
think
is,
I
The
currently
problem
have...
is, like, neither of us ever followed your religion, so, like,
Yeah, I don't think
we're telling
I
him
don't
as
think-
outsiders that he is getting his own religion wrong, which I don't think would help at all either.
Yeah, and I don't think he trusts either of us enough to really listen to it. But the only person he'll trust enough is you. And it's very, very important before we go and take him anywhere near that obelisk or the book that he's not being influenced by those angels, that we're certain of that.
Do you have just any ideas of how to approach that, though?
I mean, it might be not possible at this moment, which is why we might have to leave him behind until we find a way
That's
to
the point, yeah.
convince him.
Because, like even though he probably isn't, if there's a chance that he might be being influenced by those angels, do you really want to give them another obelisk if that's what they're going for?
But, like...
I mean, I think he's a good person. I just don't...
Yeah, like,
we just haven't
I
been
don't
able to
think
tell
any
him
worse
something
of
that we
you.
need to tell him.
I don't think any worse of you, Rezcal, for being taken in by the fake angels.
I just don't know how to approach... Like, I understand your logic. I kind of agree with you. I just don't know how to approach the subject.
Which is why I think we should leave him out of this for now.
Until we find a way to approach it, which we might later, but
Well,
we don't have now.
As a continuation of that thought, I don't know how to convince him not to follow us.
We could simply just give him another task to do.
That would probably be best. He's very concerned about Van, which is why I think he really wants to come in.
Right, if he's concerned about Van, could we give him something to do that would put him outside Koopa Tower that involves Van's dossier?
But I mean, also, we could also go into the tower with him, but then once inside, we can split up.
That's possible, but if we're destroying the tower, that runs the risk of us not being able to meet up afterwards.
We can assign him to follow Sharon and find out what she's up to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We can get him to track down Sharon, which is related to what Van was doing.
That's not a bad idea.
And it's something that actually would be quite useful to us.
No, yeah, that is not a bad idea.
Cool.
Cool, let's do that.
Hey, Father McFlibbity.
He says, "Yes, my child, you are tainted by sin. Do you know this?"
I didn't.
Well, now you do.
I'll look into that.
Well, I mean, he
But
did
have
try
a
to
little-
kill a family the other day. Several years ago. A year ago. A year and a half. I forget the timeline.
No, he's tainted by a false god.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. That's right. Well, he'll get over it.
Eventually, yeah. But we've been having some trouble with Van.
Yes, and that's why I'm coming with you. He's a very dangerous boy.
We've been discussing, like, we've actually, one of the best ways we've got to deal with Van is we know he's being controlled by somebody else, and we don't know who.
We're hoping you can follow his associate who just gave him orders, Sharon.
Yeah,
you
we
know
need
her.
someone to follow his associate, but we also need us on the inside of Koopa Tower to keep an eye on Van himself. Would you be able to follow his associate to track down who's controlling him?
I mean, if you're worried, remember that when we find the obelisk, I can always give you a call.
He says, I'm willing to do this, but only if I get a pledge from you, my son. And he turns to Rezcal. He says, pledge to me that you will destroy that book, and that if you find the obelisk, you will destroy it.
I look at my comrades in arms, and I just give them the most pitiful look. As I say, I pledge to do so.
He says, then, my boy, I will investigate this person. Who are they?
Sharon, no known last name.
She was hanging out with us on the boat, on the skyboat.
He never actually met her.
Huh.
Okay.
I guess maybe when you met outside the ship.
Yeah, he would
He would
have seen her there.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, the Sphinx woman. She's very dangerous too, you know.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
She's friends with that van person.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
why we need you to follow her and find out who she's talking to.
Did you know that?
Yes.
Oh. Do you think I should go follow this Sharon person?
Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like an excellent idea. I'll go follow Sharon.
Father McFlippy, quick before you go. Do you know which obelisk this one is in the Cooper Tower that you told us to destroy?
I'm not sure, my son,
Okay.
but they must be destroyed. It's the only way to reach Mushroom Jesus himself.
Right. Okay. So, yeah.
So that happened. So he's not there when we're back from our flashback.
No, he's not.
Okay.
In response to that, I'm going to whisper to Caesar about a plan I just had while that pledge was happening.
All right.
So, this pledge stated that if Rezcal finds the book or the obelisk, he must destroy them.
Oh, yeah.
So all we have to do is make sure Rezcal is in the crate. If he's in the crate, he can't find anything.
Or, I mean, I feel like he would even be okay with not...
Well, no, technically the wording of the pledge was, do you pledge to destroy the book, and if you find the obelisk, destroy it?
Okay.
Okay, hang on. That can also be phrased as, destroy the book, and if you find the obelisk, destroy the book. That can be interpreted that way.
I don't know how you'd interpret it that way.
In either case,
You must pledge to destroy the book, and if you find the obelisk, destroy it.
Mm-hmm.
It could refer to either the obelisk or the book in that sentence.
Don't worry about that, Barnaby. In either case, he already pledged before to destroy that book, right? So it's not like
we
it's
already
a new...
knew that.
And I think he would be willing to just voluntarily not go into the room with the obelisk. So if we get a chance to see whether we can repair it, and if we can't, then
Yeah, okay, that sounds reasonable. Rezcal, if we discover the room with the obelisk,
Just use another word.
if we discover the monolith, would you be okay to stay behind while we investigate it?
Just tell me you find another thing that you'll understand, and I'll wait somewhere. I'm okay with that.
Is this really in the spirit of your relationship with Father McFlippy?
No, it's just now I've got conflicting promises, so I'm trying to make this work.
I guess we can tell you we found something like tuna sandwiches or something.
Yeah, we just we'll keep you out of the room with the obelisk, not let you know where it is until we.
Yeah, so you won't find it
Look,
until.
just lie to me, all right?
Okay.
I won't take it personally.
Okay, that's all we need to know. Thank you.
And you only promised him that if you discover where it is. So if we tell you that we found it and fixed it, and you don't know where it is still, then you are under no promise to destroy it. Because you never found out where it was.
I would rather we just kind of move on from this.
Okay.
Because the less I want to think about this, the least amount possible.
Next thing is to find Kamek's storage spaces in this tower.
Why?
Why? Because that's where the book's likely to be.
Fair enough. Well, for now, we'll just leave it at that. It's relatively late for you guys. I have to teach my first class tomorrow.
So we made it to Koopa Tower with very, very little progress.
Well,
you started the new chapter.
We made it to a big
essentially.
plot. Yeah.
And since you made it to the new chapter, you all get to level up.
Really?
A mini
Oh,
level up.
man.
Yeah, mini level up.